What is up, Fly Association, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different video. It's going to be the first installment of my MUT15 wishlist / want video. It'll be 3 videos, a 3-part series, and the way I decided to break it down was I'll have my 100% wants, that's things I want to see in Madden, things I see that they can fix or make better. My 50% are things that I'm on the fence about and I think that they might help, but they might hurt as well, so I could go without seeing them. But either way, I would feel indifferent. And last but not least, the last video will be of my zeros, things that I don't want to see next year in MUT or changed in MUT. And there's a lot of things that I've researched that people really want changed that I really think it would be for the worst that they did. So starting off today, I'll be doing the hundreds. I've been looking at on Twitter, I've been asking on Twitter, I looked at Muthead, I looked at some websites, and I just composed the list of things that people want, and I broke it down into my 3 categories. And these are just my 3, so I'm gonna start off with the hundreds and leave a comment if I did forget anything, and I'll address it in my next video because I'm gonna do it one by one. And there's no order to this, it's just random. But starting off, my 100% things they should change in Madden is there should be more search filters in the auction house. You should be able to search by attribute and by price, just like in NBA 2K. Now, a lot of these things that I'll be saying today is like a reference to NBA 2K, because I feel like 2K really gets it right on some things, but they really get it wrong on some other things. But anyway, yeah, more search filters, search by attribute and by price. I feel like we should be able to, by now, search for a card, like if we need a good zone cornerback, search by 98 zone and between 100 and 200k. It really cut out the middleman. Not that searching for it is hard now, but it's just an improvement that can make the game a little bit easier, more sleek and enjoyable while you're on the auction block. And going right along with the auction block, the trade block, multi-card trading has to become a thing in Madden 16 because scamming is ridiculous now. Scamming is obvious. There's obvious signs when you're dealing with a scammer, but there's younger kids that play this game that really have no clue what these guys are preying on them to do. Now, if you put multi-card trading in, even if it's just 2 for 1, then you can cut that down a lot. And by adding multi-card trading, you can also be able to get cards that you could never get before in the game. Because I know I've been trying to get Ray Lewis for weeks, and I don't have a 600k card that I can just trade straight up for Ray Lewis. So everybody wants to trade wants 2, but I'm not about to lose my cards and not get Ray Lewis, because that's just ridiculous. And sticking with the trade block, I think that they should put trade block usernames on the trade block post, just like in the auction house where they has the poster name. I believe that they should have trade block usernames, but I was so close to putting this in my 50-50 category because I don't want the messages if I put somebody up on the trade block, like, just trade the card. But I feel like by not having trade block usernames, there's no way to negotiate with the actual trader. So that's why the trade block is dead year after year after year in Madden Ultimate Team. Looking at it, let's see if I have any more auction blocks. Yeah, I believe that they should reduce the tax to 5%, because 10% is really cutting in. I understand that you have to have the tax in order to regulate the amount of coins in the game and be able to keep things at a certain price, because if you have too many coins into the game, everything's cheap and there's really no point of saving up or earning the coins. You can just flip cards all day. But 10% is a little high. I think it should be reduced to 5%. And on Twitter, I saw a great idea. I'll put the tweet up if I can go back to it and find it. I'll put the tweet up. this guy, he suggested that if you're going to keep the 10% tax, go ahead and give us monthly tax returns. Now, this will probably be like 3% back or 2% back, but it's something. Just give us something back for this ridiculously high Revolutionary War tax price that y'all have on these cards that we pay for to get, and we sell them and we get shafted by losing 60,000 coins on a 600k card. That's not even an option sometimes. Sometimes I just keep a card because I know I'm not going to get anything for it in the long run. Next, we need an improved bidding system along with the fill in your bid option, because this click to bid 250 coins, that's what's keeping the auctions running for 2 to 3 hours at a time. Even with the new upgraded bidding system, it still runs for a very long time. Not as long as it used to before they added that in, but they do still run for a long time. Now, if they add a fill in your bid option like eBay, let's say I wanted to bid on free safety Calvin Johnson and the bid was at 100 coins, you know, the auctions that start out like that, then I could say my bid is 500,000 coins and it jumps up to 500,000. It doesn't have to go all the way from 100 to 500,000 without being able to up it as much as I want to. And by doing that, it'll make bids go by faster. The person that wants the card the most will get it, other than just getting bored to death by a bidding system that puts you in bid wars that up card prices even more. And I think that's about it for the auction block part of my 100s. Let me check. Yeah. All right, now to some head-to-head things. I'm going to start off with a big one. The big one is traceable stats. Now, everywhere I looked online for MUT15 wishlist, and even my own once, it was traceable stats. The users should have a way to trace their card stats and see how it did throughout, even if it's only for a season, see how it did. Now, this could be, in big picture, it could be something like you can track the card's lifetime, how many touchdowns it got, how many interceptions, how many catches, how many field goals a kicker got. Just anything that can just show you a track of the stats, see how a card performs before you buy it. That'd be great. Or if they're just going to do it on a smaller scale, see how your card did for a season. Now, this ties in to my next want for Madden 16, which is milestones for head-to-heads in solo challenges. Now, this would be a way to put more coins in the game and make solo challenge and head-to-head more likable and enjoyable, because it gets stale. It really does. Solo challenges get stale every year because they're just the same thing over and over. You can beat the computer with one play, but if they added in score 3 touchdowns on this computer or on the CPU and you get about 500 extra coins to the solo challenge, or 200 extra, it doesn't even have to be much, or get 3 interceptions and you get 300 coins added to your final total of coin reward for solo challenges. That will be a great addition. And head to head, if they're going to keep the season setup where you go through your 10 weeks and then your playoffs and then your Super Bowl, make milestones like pass for 2,000 yards in the season. That's probably a little bit low, but that'll give you 500,000 coins. Score 5 rushing touchdowns in a season. That'll give you 500 coins. That's probably something that would help make head-to-head a little bit more enjoyable for the average user as well as the competition users, because you're getting more coins in the long run and you have something to shoot for. Right now you're shooting for a win. That should be enough for competitors, but just for guys trying to get extra coins that don't like playing solo challenges, maybe by adding milestones to head-to-head, you can go ahead and up the player rate in head to head. Now, going right along with this, I believe that they should bring situational solos into Madden Ultimate Team. Situational solos would be things kind of like Madden moments where you get the ball. Let's say the Bengals played the Steelers and the Bengals were down 7 or were down 3 in the fourth quarter and had 2 minutes to go, and they ended up not getting 3 points or 7. Then you could recreate that moment and make it go down the field, score. If you win the game, you get 1,000 coins. Just a short solo challenge that you can do maybe weekly. They come out with new ones weekly in regards to what happened that past NFL weekend. Just something you can do quick, get you some quick coins, and it's fun. It's a challenge. And also, I think they should take a page out of NBA 2K's book where they go ahead and put in overall specific solos, like you have to have, or team, where you have to have 3 players from the Dolphins to play this solo challenge, or you have to have a whole Dolphins defense to play this solo challenge, or you cannot have anything over 90 overall in your lineup, or you can't play this solo challenge. Not just style based, because style based solo challenges are ridiculously hard and require you to do so much moving around, and it really takes out the fun of the solo challenge actually. And let's see, I saw that people want historic stadiums. I'm not going to go into that. It would be cool to see historic stadiums to go with the jerseys. People want the equalizer toned down. Now, I think it should be toned down, but it shouldn't be eliminated. Now, what I mean is, it shouldn't be so apparent that 99 overall teams go on a 10-game win streak and then go dry for another week, and then they go back to another 10-game win streak. It shouldn't be that apparent, but it should be in there to, if I'm blowing somebody out, they should be able to feel like they can make a comeback. But I shouldn't be penalized for having a high overall team, which is the point of Madden Ultimate Team in the first place. And go along with that, overall gap apparency. A lot of people said that they did not want their 92 overall cornerback playing like a 99, because there's no reason to build your team, and that kind of defeats the purpose of the game mode in the large. And the last part of my 100% wants that Madden Ultimate Team should add or upgrade next year are packs. Now, packs along with collections are something that's a little weird this year. First off, I want to see the collection reward higher, and I want the collection pieces, when you put them in the sets, give us their quick sell value, because last year in Madden 25 they gave us like 500 coins for adding a card to a set, and that extra 2,000 really made some of the sets worth doing, like jerseys, like those little collectible sets, stadiums, coaches, things like that. And back to bundles, I feel like we should have varying bundles. There shouldn't be one $80 bundle that we're forced to buy. Give us a bundle that's $80 with a chance for a 99 overall Ultimate Team player, and then give us a $40 bundle with a set piece and not the player. Just give us an option so that we don't have to spend $100 just to get a bundle of, of the best players. And along with that, give us new legends. Of course, every year we want new legends. And up the pack odds. The pack odds should be a little bit better, not to the point where everything is cheap, but just so we can get some return on investment that is not super ridiculous and we're always losing. And going over it one more time, let me see. I think that's about it, you guys. So thank you for sitting with me. It's a 15-minute video. If I forgot anything, make sure you leave it in the comment section. and I'll get back to you next time. Stay tuned for my 50s and my zeros that I want in my wish list. And as always, stay fly.